So, when you think about the adult film industry, what comes to mind? For a lot of people, it's probably a world of cameras, bright lights, and, well, a certain kind of performance. It's an industry that's often viewed through a very specific and sometimes narrow lens. But what if I told you that behind the scenes, and before the cameras ever started rolling, many of the industry's biggest names were hitting the books, walking across graduation stages, and building careers in fields you would never expect? It's a classic case of there being way more to the story than what you see on the surface. A deeper look at the hardware and software, so to speak, that makes up the person. Think adult film stars are all glamour and cameras? Think again. Many have pursued higher education and had interesting careers before joining the adult industry. It turns out the paths that lead people to this line of work are as diverse and complex as any other. We're talking about degrees in literature, nursing, communications, and even economics. These aren't just side notes. They're foundational parts of who these individuals are, shaping their perspectives, their business acumen, and even the way they approach their craft. Today, we're going to dive into that. We're going to look past the stage names and the personas to see the people behind them. We'll meet 10 stars who might surprise you with their academic backgrounds and previous career paths. First up, we have Sasha Grey. Now, before she became one of the most recognizable names in the adult industry, her focus was on the written word. She was a student at UCLA, one of the top public universities in the country, where she delved deep into the world of English literature. Think about that for a second. While most people associate her with a visual medium, her academic background was all about analyzing classic texts, deconstructing narratives, and understanding the nuances of language and storytelling. She didn't just leave her passion for the arts behind. She worked as a musician, exploring sound and composition, and as a writer, continuing to hone her craft with words. When she later transitioned into mainstream acting roles in films and TV shows, that background in understanding character and narrative undoubtedly played a huge role. It's a clean example of how skills from one field can be surprisingly applicable in another, even one that seems worlds apart. Next, let's talk about James Dean. His journey is particularly interesting because his education aligns directly with his industry, but maybe not in the way you'd first assume. Dean was a student at the prestigious USC School of Cinematic Arts. This isn't just any film school. This is the place that produced filmmakers like George Lucas and Ron Howard. His aspirations were rooted in mainstream filmmaking, learning the craft of directing, cinematography, and storytelling from one of the best institutions in the world. He was immersed in the art and the technical precision of making movies. So when he entered the adult industry, he didn't just show up as a performer. He brought that entire USC education with him. He approached his work with a filmmaker's eye, thinking about camera angles, lighting, and narrative flow in ways that were, at the time, pretty unique for the genre. He used his deep knowledge of film to create a distinct style, essentially becoming an auteur within his niche. Switching gears from film to the broader world of media, we have Lisa Ann. Her story starts in the Midwest, where she attended the University of Wisconsin. There, she earned a degree in communications. This field is all about understanding how to effectively convey messages, connect with an audience, and navigate the media landscape. It's a degree that opens doors to radio, television, public relations, and journalism, careers built on being a clear and compelling voice. After graduating, she put that degree to work, gaining practical experience in the radio and media industries. Even after becoming a massive star in the adult world, she didn't leave those skills behind. In fact, she leveraged them. She famously pivoted to become a sports commentator, particularly for fantasy sports, hosting her own shows and building a huge following. Her ability to connect with an audience, articulate her points clearly, and build a personal brand is a direct reflection of her education. Right, so this next one is honestly one of the most compelling examples of a completely different prior career. I'm talking about Nina Hartley. Long before she became a legendary figure in adult film and a vocal advocate, she was on a very different path, the path of healthcare. Hartley attended San Francisco State University, where she earned a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. That's right, a full-on nursing degree. And this wasn't just an academic exercise. She became a registered nurse and practiced in the field, providing patient care. That background in medicine and caregiving has fundamentally shaped her entire public persona and career post-performance. She didn't just leave the healthcare world behind. She integrated its principles into her new profession. Nina Hartley has become one of the most prominent and respected voices for comprehensive sexual education. She approaches the topic with a clinical, fact-based perspective informed by her nursing education. From healthcare to the study of the mind, let's look at Tara Patrick. Her academic journey took her to California State University, where she majored in psychology. This is the scientific study of the mind and behavior, exploring why people think, feel, and act the way they do. It's a field that requires empathy, analytical skills, and a deep curiosity about human nature. Before her film career took off, she was applying these observational skills in everyday life, working in retail and modeling, environments where understanding people is key to success. That psychology background seems to have played a significant role in her later ventures. After a hugely successful career as a performer, Tara Patrick transitioned into being a sharp and savvy entrepreneur. She launched her own production company, wrote a book, and built a multifaceted business empire. Understanding psychology, what motivates consumers, how to build a brand that connects with people, how to negotiate and manage relationships, is an incredible asset in the business world. Now, let's go international with a true legend of the European scene, Rocco Siffredi. His story begins in Italy, not in an arts program, but in the world of numbers and markets. Siffredi studied economics. This is a discipline focused on production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. It's about understanding supply and demand, market forces, and financial strategy. Before he ever stepped in front of a camera, he was also involved in theater and modeling, getting an early taste of performance and entertainment. This unique blend of economic theory and practical entertainment experience created a powerhouse. Rocco didn't just become a famous actor, he became a businessman. He applied those economic principles to his own career, understanding his market value, the business side of production, and how to build a lasting brand in a notoriously volatile industry. He became a renowned actor, director, and producer, essentially building his own European adult film empire. His journey is a masterclass in how understanding the financial architecture of an industry can be just as important as being a talent within it. Returning stateside, we have Kayden Kross, whose career path shows a deep and consistent passion for storytelling. She attended the University of California, Irvine, a school known for its strong arts and humanities programs. There, she pursued a double major in theater arts and literature. This is a powerful combination, giving her a deep understanding of character development, dramatic structure, and narrative from both the performer's perspective on stage and the writer's perspective on the page. She was already working as a writer and acting in indie films, building a solid foundation in the craft. This educational background was the perfect launchpad for her evolution within the adult industry. While she started as a performer, her knowledge of theater and literature gave her a different lens on the work. It's no surprise, then, that she transitioned from being in front of the camera to being behind it. Today, Kayden Kross is a highly respected director and producer. She brings a sophisticated approach to her projects, focusing on story, character, and production value. Her career is a clear demonstration of how a formal education in the arts can fuel a long-term, multifaceted career. Next up is a name that, well, really transcends the industry itself, Traci Lords. Her story is, honestly, quite complex, but her educational pursuits are a key part of her journey of reinvention. She studied film and drama at Los Angeles City College, just fully immersing herself in the fundamentals of acting and cinematic arts. This wasn't just a hobby for her. She was actively working in the field, acting in theater productions and appearing in commercials. She was building the toolkit of a professional actor, learning how to inhabit a character, hit her marks, and work as part of a creative ensemble. This formal training in drama and film became the bedrock for her remarkable second act. After leaving the adult industry, Traci Lords built a durable and respected career as a mainstream actress, appearing in numerous films and television shows directed by the likes of John Waters and Zack Snyder. She also became a singer and a successful author, showcasing a wide range of creative talents. Her ability to make that difficult transition and sustain a career for decades speaks to the solid foundation she built through her education and early acting work. Let's talk about another industry giant, Peter North. His journey into the adult world came from a background that is all about strategy and sales. He attended a Canadian university where he took business courses, focusing on the practical side of the corporate world. He wasn't studying art or performance. He was learning about sales, marketing, and management. He put this knowledge to direct use, working in sales and marketing jobs where the goal is always clear: promote a product and grow the business. He was learning how to build a brand from the ground up. This business-first mindset is exactly what he brought to the adult film industry. He wasn't just a performer. From early on, he was thinking like a producer and a director. He understood marketing, branding, and how to create a product that would sell. This acumen allowed him to become one of the most successful and prolific directors and producers in the history of the industry. He built his own production companies and created a brand that has endured for decades. And finally, a name that has become known far beyond the confines of the adult industry, Stormy Daniels. Her academic background is in communications, having earned a degree from Southeastern Louisiana University. Much like Lisa Ann, her studies focused on how to craft and deliver a message, connect with an audience, and navigate the media. Before her film career, she was already in the entertainment world, working as a dancer and in promotions, getting first-hand experience in how to command attention and engage with the public. This foundation in communications has proven to be honestly incredibly important, especially in recent years. As she was thrust into an intense international spotlight, her ability to articulate her story, handle immense media pressure, and control her own narrative was just remarkable. She became a writer, a director, and a powerful advocate, using the skills honed by her education and career to navigate a storm that would have overwhelmed most people. Her journey underscores how a communications degree is fundamentally about empowerment, giving you the tools to make your voice heard, no matter the circumstances. So, there you have it. 10 individuals, 10 different stories, and 10 educational paths that might not fit the stereotype. From nursing and economics to film theory and literature, the backgrounds of these stars are as varied and legitimate as those in any other profession. It really drives home the point that you can't judge a book by its cover, or in this case, a person by their profession. The skills and knowledge gained from higher education don't just disappear. They inform, shape, and often elevate the work these individuals do, both within and outside of the adult industry. It's a level of depth and complexity that often gets lost in the conversation. These stars show that intelligence, education, and diverse career paths can go hand in hand with the adult industry. It's a reminder that people are multifaceted. The human element, with all its history, education, and ambition, is always the most interesting part of the story. It challenges us to look beyond simplistic labels and see the complete person. So, I have to ask, who on this list surprised you the most? Was it the nurse, the economist, the film school grad? Drop a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. It's always interesting to see which stories resonate the most. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.